What's up, dudes? It's you, it's me, it's the Aer Tech Sling 2 review. I'm Aaron Radcliffe from Nomads Nation, where we are on the hunt for the best backpacks and slings in the world. We've chopped this review up into different sections so you can jump around to the part that you're most interested in. Does this sling suck? Is it awesome? Let's get right into it. Let's go. This is one of the most innovative and interesting slings that I have ever used. It's sort of like a hybrid between a sling and like a half a backpack, but I'll sort of explain how that works a bit later. So the first spec to discuss is the color. You got one option, black. The color black and Aer products go hand in hand. They love each other. Sometimes they do offer different color options, but with the Aer Tech Sling 2, you get this black on black on black, and that's it. Next up is the capacity, which is a very surprising 8 liters. For me, it was surprising, at least. Like when you look at this thing, it actually looks kind of big. Like it has like a decent amount of real estate. And it's kind of shocking that it's only 8 liters, but it is only 8 liters. I'll explain that a bit more in depth when we get actually to the middle section of this review. The weight is 1.4 pounds, which is pretty light, no problems there. And the price is around 90 USD. Okay, next up, let's chat about the style of the Aer Tech Sling 2. Aer's style is sleek, minimalist, and urban, and an extra emphasis on that urban part. This is for like city folk. For instance, I live in Hong Kong, and when I am walking around with this thing, I look very in place. And you might be thinking to yourself, Aaron, where's the logo? Most slings, most backpacks, most sort of carrying products have like a big brand. Aer doesn't. They love that sleek and minimalist vibe, so their logo is on the side, right there. It's not like Aer, it's like Aer. It's as sleek as John Stamos' haircut. Do you know who that is? Someone needs to rewatch Step Brothers. Ultimately though, given the style of this sling, I think it's perfect for anybody who lives in an urban environment and does a ton of daily commuting. Let's talk about some of the materials of the Aer Tech Sling 2. So first up is the exterior material, which is 840D nylon face with a durable weather-resistant carbonate polyurethane coating. What's that word, Taff? Urethane?
Urethane.
Urethane. Nailed it. This material is sleek. It's very smooth to the touch. It's water resistant, which is great. The second exterior material to discuss is this right here. It's ballistic nylon. This particular ballistic nylon is made by Cordura, and Cordura is like the Gucci of ballistic nylon. Their ballistic nylon is so good. Okay, ballistic nylon was developed by the military, I think in some decade. That was a long time ago. So it does have like a tactical sort of durable usage to it, but it is not bulletproof. To clarify, Aer Tech Sling 2. Not bulletproof. Let's talk about the interior materials. Now, I've been critical of Aer's interior materials of the past, but I think the Tech Sling 2 has been a huge upgrade. Basically put, the interior materials just feel like they're higher quality and that they're more premium than previous Aer backpacks and slings. The zippers are YKK zippers, but what is interesting is that they are not PU coated. PU coated would be like a watertight seal right here, which this sling does not have, which I'm not crazy about, but we'll discuss that a bit further in the review as well. But the zippers themselves, I mean, they're YKK, so that's like the Gucci of zippers. Why do I keep talking about Gucci? And they got a really nice look to them with this sort of a matte finish. They're really sleek. And finally, the last materials is we got this hardware right here, which is all done by a company called Duraflex. Duraflex hardware is satisfying to use and highly durable. Dramatic click. It's as durable as John Stamos' 6-pack. That's terrible. Okay, next up, let's chat about the comfort of the Aer Tech Sling 2, and I'm just gonna be real straightforward. I've tested and tried a lot of slings. This is hands down the most comfortable sling I've ever used. We'll talk more about this actual shoulder pad a bit later, a huge contributing factor of its comfort. But for me, the comfort is actually the versatility of how it can be worn. So there are 5 ways that you can carry the Aer Tech Sling 2. I mean, there's probably unlimited ways, but there's 5 ways that I recommend. Number 1 is what I call the Legolas, all right? You're out in the mines of Mordor. I don't know my Lord of the Ring references that well. And you're like, oh, I need an arrow, killed an orc. That's why it's called the Legolas. This is the most common way to wear the Aer Tech Sling. This is the way that it's kind of meant to be worn, and I would say it's probably the most comfortable. Way number 2 is the Messenger. This is where you go from Legolas to like I'm professional, from elf to businessman. This way right here isn't quite as comfortable, but it gives you so much relief on the back and the front because all you do is you got this guy on the side right there and it's still quite comfortable and it looks classy as f. Next up is the belly. Not my favorite position, but it's nice to throw it in there every now and then. You can walk around like an old dude, like after like a UFC event, like after he's had a couple too many wings at Hooters and like a pitcher of beer. It's nice. You can do it from here to here. It works. 20 grand, yeah, like what's that guy holding in there? It's like, nothing, go away. Next up, you got the brief, which is this little handle right here. This is super business professional, comfortable, got a pretty nice feel. But then finally, the position that I think that I personally created is what I call the half pack. What I do is I pull this to as tight as it can go, then I slide this guy in here, and then bada bing, bada boom, you got like a half a backpack thing going on. And now, I don't know about you guys, I can't speak for y'all, but I love to wear a backpack with only half on. It lets the back breathe a little bit better, it looks cool, but it's still comfortable. So, it might look a little bit strange like this because I don't think it's intended to be like this, but I ended up carrying the Aer Tech Sling 2 like this 50+% of the time. So, all those different cool, fun, awesome, comfy ways that you can wear it is one of the biggest contributing factors of why I love this sling so much. It's versatile. But also, the comfort isn't just due to its versatility, it's due to this strap right here. On top of making some of the sleekest and sexiest gear in the game, I think Aer makes easily the most comfortable gear in the game. Like, look at this, like this padding right here is just so bouncy and cushiony, and like, as opposed to like Boundary Supply or Nomadic where it's super firm here. Even look here, I got the Aer Day Pack 2, and you can just see everything is so comfy, so cozy. Tab, you wore this last week, right? At one of our shoots. Didn't you think it was like super comfortable?
Well, maybe I don't remember because it didn't f me off.
There you go. See? That's how you know. Okay, now, let's talk about the front of the Aer Tech Sling 2. Really not a lot to discuss. Super minimalist. You just got like the nylon material. It looks really smooth and real sleek, like John Stamos' hair. We do right up here have what I refer to as a quick access pocket. One thing to note about the zipper for this quick access pocket, and as I mentioned, all these zippers, is that they're not PU coated. This is one area of criticism that I have for the Aer Tech Sling 2. If you think about it, it's a tech sling, it's slinging around your tech gear. You want your tech gear to stay dry. PU coated zippers would have helped keep it dry. I just feel like it would have been kind of like a no-brainer. And walking around in the summertime in Hong Kong where it's been raining a lot, like I just would have wished that I had that for a little bit extra security and peace of mind. Moving in here though, the zipper is super satisfying to use, got a nice little zip to it. This is just, like I said, like a quick access pocket. I use this for usually 3 things: phone, sunglasses, and the pods. While I love the access of this pocket, the best thing is its materials. These materials are really soft, nice and cushiony, and that's good because if you put your shades in there, you want them to be safe, which they are. Okay, let's jump into the middle compartment though, where I have a few things to say. This compartment is obviously the largest compartment in the sling, but even though it's the largest, it still feels, to me, quite small. Now remember, it's 8 liters, so I guess in essence, it is what it's advertised to be. The depth is 8 liters, but just given the actual size of this thing, it feels like it should be able to carry more stuff than it actually does. Here we have this compartment right here, which I just kind of use as a throw-all. I've got a notebook in there and a tote. This could also be a good spot for a tablet. Moving along, we have this secure pocket right here, which you have the key ring holder, where I keep my llaves. And then I also like to put my wallet in there. I wish this pocket was RFID safe, just for a little extra peace of mind. As for the keyring solution, I'm okay with it. Now, when other backpacks just have this cheap band of a solution for a keyring holder, it pisses me off. But with the sling, it's fine because you can actually just sling this guy around, open up your door, access your keys, no problem. Here we have like a semi-see-through mesh with a nice little elasticity to it that I'm keeping my e-cig container in. And then on this side, some more elastic pockets, good for things like wires, portable batteries, hand sanitizer, tissues, and then a couple pen holders, my favorite. I love having these pen holders right here because it's real easy. If you got like a notebook in here, just kind of swing your sling around, just open it up and just be like, elementary, my dear Watson, and then pop it back in, bada bing, bada boom, close it up, good to go. So with this main compartment, I love the organization. I love the materials. It feels sturdy, it feels stiff, which I like. There's a tightness to it. I just feel like it is kind of deceptively small, which is my fault. I should say, hey Aaron, 8 liters is 8 liters. But I just wish that I could fit a water bottle, because you kind of can, because right now this thing's empty, so you're like, Aaron, that fits in there perfectly. But when you are actually filling this guy out and you got a laptop in the back and you've got stuff in here and batteries and a mouse and a charger and all these other things, this Tech Sling gets super crowded, super fast. So carry your laptop, carry a few things in here, but don't expect to be able to carry like laptop, chargers, your mice, no mice in the sling, water bottle, and all these other things because it's just not gonna fit. 8 liters, don't forget it. One thing to note is that you do have a lot of zipperage going on here, okay? It looks like a Rastafari. Looks like a bunch of dingleberries. One thing that I do to combat this is like the zipper overage is like I'll keep the main compartment zippers here, so I always know where they are and they're more accessible there as I'm wearing it because it's like the center of the bag is like easier to access. And then I'll keep these 2 zippers right there, just kind of a system of organization. Also, one other cool thing to note about Aer products is that their zippers have a locking mechanism. All you do is just kind of one of these, pop it through, and then boom. Where are you going? Nowhere! This is obviously not like a super secure like safe, but it will deter theft and it just kind of helps give you that little bit extra peace of mind. And then to unlock, you just unslide it and then boom, you're good to go. It's actually a pretty cool thing. I like it, I like it. All right, let's wrap up the review by talking about the back of this sling. First up, the tech compartment. Now it's also deceptively small, as it should be, it's only 8 liters. Now we used, careful for which laptop you put in here. So we have tabs, 14-inch Asus, which is a tight fit. It can barely fit around this corner. And this one, even then, you're still kind of like, you see how it's like, pointing through right there, it's about to pop through that zipper. I would not feel secure carrying this laptop in this sling for long periods of time. But for a normal person who has a normal computer, tab with his PCs, what are you, a gaming developer? As you can see here with my MacBook Pro, perfect smooth fit. It's still a little tight, but it fits very well. You can't use Aer products if you're not using Apple. Let's see. So I'm looking at Aer's website right now. It says fits up to 13-inch laptops. So yeah, this thing fits, but tabs 14-inch, it fit, but like barely. So just be careful, okay? 13 inches or small. One of the best parts about this sling as a whole though are the interior materials of this laptop compartment. Tab, feel this, feel it. Yeah, you don't need it to be fluffy, you just need it to be soft and squishy, and I'm just a big fan of these interior materials, but yet again, with everything with this bag, it's deceptively small. So you're like, oh my God, I could fit a laptop and a tablet and a notebook. You can't, this thing is tight. When you close it up, you got a laptop, maybe a small notebook, and that's it. Moving on, we have this brief handle right here. Now this is a really super basic nylon strap, which kind of irks me. I just wish that they would have put a little bit more time, money, innovation into it. But at the end of the day, I don't carry it too often with this strap and it still works. I just feel like they could have done a little bit more with it. But for all the criticism I have of this guy, this thing, this shoulder strap, this work of art makes up for it 10 times over. This thing is one of the most important selling points of the Aer Tech Sling 2. It's so incredibly comfortable. It's like having a shoulder strap from one of their backpacks just stapled onto their sling, and it's just so comfortable to wear. When I was showing you the 5 different positions that I wear this sling in, I didn't really show you how it's done. So we have this actual strap right here, okay? And you got this cool little mechanism with this Duraflex hardware that allows you to loosen and tighten the strap. You can also wear the sling and use this thing right here to loosen it quickly. But this thing does not allow you to tighten it. So tightening it, it's kind of like old school, like that. But if you want to loosen it, you can use that guy. Great times. Buckle right here is Duraflex. It's a good buckle. Now, when you're wearing your sling for theft concerns, just kind of be aware that this is a larger buckle. So if a thief was extremely motivated, they could do kind of one of these and, you know, then your sling's gone. Something to keep an eye on. Got a dangle stopper right there, always appreciated. And yeah, that's about it. Okay, so now let's talk about the overall pros and cons for the Tech Sling 2. Overall pro number 1 is gonna be the next level innovation. Overall pro number 2 is gonna be the next level comfort. Overall pro number 3 is gonna be the look. Very sleek. And overall pro number 4 is going to be the really consistently awesome materials. But let's talk about some cons. Overall con number 1 is that the zippers are not waterproof. And overall con number 2 is that it can be deceptively small. So all the pros and all the cons taken into consideration, we think that the Aer Tech Sling 2 is a 5-star pack. I think this is the coolest, funnest, most innovative, most unique, most comfortable, most sleek thing I've ever worn. Unfortunately, it's just a little too small for my personal everyday carry, which breaks my heart. We're done. Guys, that's it. Nomads Nation, we quit.
Don't subscribe.
Our mission is complete.
Don't.
No, we're still on the search for the perfect backpack. We found the perfect sling. Now the hunt is still on for the perfect backpack. So let's talk about who this sling is for and who it's not for. This sling is for you if you're looking for a stylish sling. This sling is for you if you're looking for a versatile sling. And most importantly, this sling is for you if you're looking for a sling that can carry your laptop and tech stuff. If that sounds like you and you're gonna make a purchase, please, we do ask that you use the links in the description. Those links make sure that you get the best price, and it also helps support our channel. But let's talk about who this sling is not for. This sling is not for you if you're looking for a super small sling. If you're just looking for something simple like a basic pocket reliever, check the links below. I got some awesome, smaller slings. This sling is also not for you if you carry a ton of tech gear. Remember, it looks big, it's just 8 liters. Put your laptop, your charger, maybe a Bluetooth mouse, a couple of other tidbits, and that's it. If you need something that can carry a ton more tech gear, think Bluetooth keyboards and a laptop stand and a Bluetooth speaker, all this other stuff, it's gonna be too small. Check the links below. I got some alternative recommendations that can carry a lot more tech gear. And finally, the Aer Tech Sling 2 is not for you if you are looking for a photography sling. Tab, would you use this for photography?
Hell no.
Done deal? What more do you need to hear? If you want a photography sling, check the links below. We've got some badass photo slings down there.
That thing is not gonna fit a camera.
Hell no, dude, this can barely fit anything. It's as the name is, it's a tech sling. If you're not carrying a laptop, I don't think there's any reason to get this. But if you carry a laptop and you travel light, this thing will bring you unparalleled joys. I love this thing. If you found this video useful, the best way to support the channel is to like, subscribe, share, or most importantly, if you're gonna make a purchase, please use the links in the bottom as they do help support the channel. We'll see you guys next time. So long, farewell, Avi to say goodbye. I hate to go and leave this pretty sight. I can sing the whole Sound of Music soundtrack, okay? Edelweiss, Sound of Music. How do you solve a problem like Maria? Dude, don't me when it comes to the Sound of Music. That's my jam. They had all the kids, they had Kurt. Kurt was incorrigible. I'm incorrigible.
He can be encouraged.
Yes, he can be encouraged. But then it got dark, man, with like Nazis at the end and stuff.